So I didn't scream any F words, or I didn't say any F bombs or disrespect anybody, because she was standing right next to me.
You weren't disrespecting anyone down there.
No.
Ma'am, I see where she learned it.
No, she didn't learn it from me.
Hey,
Joe.
hey, Mom, go.
You lied
Mom,
to me.
go.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, we're on record again.
Wait formal reading, request all warrants be recalled.
All right, the warrants will be recalled.
Judge, we would ask that this matter be treated as a violation hearing date. I've had discussions with my client, I've had discussions with the court. And I had discussions with Mr. Zick this morning as well. Ms. Buford understands she has a right to have a hearing in this matter. And she understands the allegations that she missed her show cause, missed her orders appointment. She's prepared to enter a plea of guilty to that her 771 would be amended to a 3-month period, which is now passed. That would be closed successfully. The balance of the fines and costs on that would be waived.
Ma'am, do you understand all that?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Buford, don't come up here with the attitude. Just shrug it off. Listen, ma'am, you understand you're here today for a violation of your probation?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand there's an allegation that you failed to appear for your orders on your probation.
Yeah, yes.
I have the recommendation. I'm looking for the actual violation. So knowing all of that, ma'am, how do you plead to the allegation you failed to appear for your orders appointment on 4/4 of 25 and 4/14 of 25? Has anyone forced you to get you to plea?
No.
She posted a payment and it should have been applied to the other case.
Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in here and say that I have set up playlists of some of my favorite cases and judges. So if you get bored and want to have a giggle or a gasp, then I could show you my cat's fridge, or you can check out these playlists. I'll leave a link below.
That was applied as a cash bond on this case.
It should have been applied to her.
Yeah, it should have been applied on
It may
two.
incorporate another file, I'm not sure, but it just should have been applied to her payment.
Yeah, to 2/6. I don't see that she's picked up any other cases or anything.
No,
So you're keeping that status. I'm closing the probation. I'm allowing you to keep that status. But you're, the way you've behaved in this court is so egregious. Do you know, like, you're grown. How old are you?
22.
You're 22 years old. You cannot come into places, a court, the one place in the world I could put you in jail. The one place you can't come into screaming, yelling, screaming the F word at people is here. You can't do that. Are you confused by that?
I am a little confused by it, because I was with my mother, and I don't cuss in front of my mother. So I didn't scream any F words, or I didn't say any F bombs or disrespect anybody, because she was standing right next to me.
You weren't disrespecting anyone down there.
No.
So then why do my court officers have to come out? And why do all the notes in the file on January 3rd, you called up to the court. This is another staff member. This is just another random staff member in the building writing a note. Very, very rude to all staff, screaming in my ear about her ticket, wants to know why she has a felony. She would not let me talk. These are the ROA notes. Then you cancel your appointment twice. My probation department's advised me that, you know, you and Kelsey, you had worked with Ms. Havner. She had to hang up the phone because of your behavior. And then after that, you called back again and you spoke to a clerk in the probation department who doesn't know anything about your case. And you were screaming at her too. Got notes from so many different clerks in this file. Asked what I can help her with, and she began screaming at me. She wanted to talk to a supervisor. I tried to transfer, but she refused to talk to her. I had to terminate the call because she continued screaming and using profanities and would not let me speak. I mean, it's like there are note after note after note. I know that they had to call the court officers to the probation department because of your behavior in probation yesterday and demanding that I see you forthwith. I have dockets. And you were on it at 1. And then you chose not to come back at one. And it's like, this was a minor, overall offense. I mean, I know that because I sentenced you immediately from the bench and just gave you non-reporting probation. All you had to do was come in and do your orders with Ms. Havner, not pick up any new cases. And you can't do it. You missed that appointment 2 times. It's like a lack of self-control. Everyone here is the bad guy. So your payment plan continues on the driving while license suspended and the civil infraction for expired plate that you have. On this case, I'm closing the file. You will keep your diversionary status. You've got no prior criminal history. You're young. I don't want to make you a criminal, even though it seems like you want that on your record. I'll waive the balance because you're doing 5 days jail forthwith.
But she report on Friday.
No. Ma'am, an appeal to circuit court may be taken within 21 days of the date of sentence or is permitted pursuant to MCR 6.625 parent B. If the sentence includes incarceration and you wish to file an appeal but are financially unable to retain a lawyer, the court will appoint the lawyer to represent you on the appeal. If the request for the lawyer is made within 14 days of date of sentence.
Thank you.
Her to jail today.
She's going right now.
At least get a hug or something.
No, but if she has anything she needs to give you, she can hand it to the court officer. Ma'am, I see where she learned it.
No, she didn't learn it from me.
Hey,
Joe.
hey, Mom, go. Mom, go.
Ma'am, you are charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause.
On April 8, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to an apartment complex and made contact with a complaining witness who stated that she and the defendant were in a previous dating relationship and currently live together. They'd gotten in a verbal argument and the defendant locked the complaining witness out of the apartment and eventually let her back in. And when she re-entered the apartment, the complaining witness saw the defendant had soaked her clothes in bleach. The complaining witness then told the defendant to leave the apartment. The defendant then left the apartment and took a large kitchen knife outside. And the complaining witness then witnessed the defendant scratch her vehicle with the knife. And the defendant scratched the word bitch onto the hood of complaining witness's vehicle. The complaining witness estimated that the total damages to the vehicle were approximately $1,000.
Ms. Gordon, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand?
You can do the last part again.
I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person, not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I will make your bond high. I'm going to protect every person in this county. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. Anything you do to endanger my community, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail, and I'm going to make it high. If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. Do you understand? Do you mind reaching out to this person to let them know that we've put these conditions on,
Yes,
to
sir.
let us know if she tries to make contact whatsoever?
Sure.
I don't want to talk about the case. I've got a bunch of DAs here, and whatever you say, they're going to use it against you.
The report was her friend in the way.
You have to understand, you've now been charged with a criminal case. There are certain conditions we put on to ensure that nothing else happens. I don't know what kind of relationship you have. You now have this criminal case. If you get mad because of this criminal case at this person, right, and then you start having words, you're going back to jail. That's why, to prevent that from happening, I don't want you to have contacts with this person. You need to separate. I don't want you to go where she lives, where she works, where she breathes. Don't have any contact. Don't use social media. Don't use someone else to have contact with her. Don't text, call. If I find that you do, it's not going to go well for you. Today, now you start racking up convictions on top of it or picking up criminal cases. You think it's easier? No. Self-control. Because if you don't, that's why we have jails. You want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am? You need a lawyer to represent you. You can go hire one, or I'm happy to give you one if you want one. You want one?
Mhm.
Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. Deputy Miranda is going to give you one. I'm going to create bond conditions where you promise us you're not going to have contact with this person and no weapons as well. Once you sign it, you fill out the application, I'll take a look, and then I'll have you talk to someone today. All right? Please.
Hey, Judge, we're pushing again on Jada Gordon, the one with the bond condition. So
He's telling me that you're here from another state or something like that, right? You don't have much family here. These are things that you need to consider when you're out there in the free world. The reason you're out of jail now is because we gave you a free bond. That doesn't continue to happen. If you continue to pick up cases, at some point, we stop giving PR bonds. And if you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000, $10,000 to get you out, you will be stuck in there. And when that happens to people, they end up just pleading guilty to get out, racking up convictions, and you become unemployable. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with this person, but if it's the type of relationship that you're constantly butting heads and you're constantly fighting, be very careful. Because if you pick up a new case, or if I find that you become a danger, you're threatening or acting like this, I'm going to revoke the bond. I'm not asking much. I just want my city safe. You understand? All right. So just don't have any threatening or harassing contact with her. Don't have any weapons, and everybody's happy. Okay. Do you mind filing those conditions, and then we'll have a sign, and then you'll be free to go after that. Okay.
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe as I edit these cases and remove all of the mundane, boring, repetitive stuff. And I even remove the silences, so you get only the juicy bits, which I think are always the best bits. Are looking for another episode that has all the boring stuff cut out and gives you just the good stuff, then here a couple that may interest you. Enjoy.